Warning, warning. Two idiots are reading the SCP files over the intercom. I couldn't think of a gimmick for this one. Sorry. Oh no, welcome back. You're discovering SCP. We're back. Hey.
Yes. So there is, the episode we talked about is in the waiting. There were some last minute problems, but we have on a amazing guest that we've wanted to have for probably over a year now.
That's right.
Waiting very
DJ
Hi, it's me, DJ Bread. As you know, my famous catchphrase: when you enter true DJ mode, you hear the echo.
You are my favorite person on the SCP Wiki with DJ in their names. Yeah. So,
and look, you said you've been waiting for over a year to do this. How is this not the big episode? Like, you yourself said.
What's this guy talking about?
Yeah, this is actually what we meant, guys, when we said big episode. It wasn't the other thing.
I'm prepared for the 6-hour reading of my entire discography.
Discography? I actually love that.
You mean bibliography? Sorry, Sweaty.
You've
lost the guest game.
If an SCP author records readings of all their articles, could you call it their discography?
I suppose you could.
Yeah.
I've just realised the common readings for these articles are going to be so fucking...
They're going to be so fucked up because,
it's like some fucking and Steins Gate shit going back
you're going to... Assuming there's no further issues when we get back to the other episode, there'll be like a 2 or 3 week old comet reading in the middle of it, and then the most recent one. So
non-linear storytelling, the memento of SCP.
Yeah, sorry, you're just not smart enough to get it if you don't understand why we did this, and that's okay. All the real smart people won't say anything about it.
Everything will be explained.
Oh my god.
We are here to read SCPs!
Yes, I have to hold myself back on inviting Corgo because I see them in the chat. I'm like, no, this is about bread today. This is the bread episode! Yes, how many articles do we have today, Tanhoney?
How am I going to link this thing? Yes, we have a Discord chat there. We have 2 articles today.
Ooh, not bad. All right.
Let's start with the first one.
Yeah, hit me up. Dap me up.
5993. And it's called "We Want You to Come Visit Heaven. Just Don't Fuck with Those Bees" by Deadly
Oh my
Breath.
god. So this has to do with both tactical theology and the bee meme?
Look, I love bees, okay? What can I say? Big fan.
Oh my god. Queen Cleopatra bitches be like, guess what's in my coffin?
Hey, Darnell, do you know that when they opened up Cleopatra's coffin, all they found was a single live bee?
No, not at all. That's why I hinted towards it. Completely clueless.
True.
That's epic. Does that have to do with this SCP, or was that just a fun fact you memorized in tandem with bees?
Wait, do you think that's actually true, Darnell?
Is it?
Darnell, that happened.
Oh, it's like the fucking angel and the devil.
You have to understand that I'm extremely gullible, so I truly cannot tell what's going on. Especially because you both regularly fuck with me. I'm gonna look up what did they find when they opened her. What did they find?
Beeping.
When they opened.
It just happened like in tandem while I was writing this article, so it was just a happy coincidence.
I'm not seeing anything about this with. Okay, so you lied to me.
Darnell, you want to know why? You want to know why they didn't find a bee when they opened Cleopatra's coffin?
Why?
They haven't found her tomb!
I didn't know that. Bitches be talking about Cleopatra so often, I just assumed they found her tomb.
I don't even know she's dead.
Do you think Cleopatra might walk out of her coffin and be like, keep my name out of your mouth, and then go back in? Because people talk about her so much? Check
my bees out of your mouth.
Egyptian pharaoh be like, check please, upon seeing the modern world. Oh my god.
No,
hold on.
This is only barely related.
Sorry, I have one more thing I have to say about Egypt.
Okay.
Brad, did you see that tweet of someone in Egypt took a picture like beautiful and it had 2 pyramids and someone was like, damn, they have 2 Bass Pro
That was what they originally meant for. They just happened to die while they were being constructed, so they had to do something with them.
Tan, do you have Bass Pro Shop in England, or do you not get that?
I don't get it.
We're
getting even further away.
Oh, whatever, fine, you fucking sussy baka.
You know, we don't have to read SCP on this podcast, I guess. We can just do whatever you want, I guess.
Hell yeah, we can. No, it's fine, I'm sorry. I know.
It's my stand-up routine now. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I have linked the article. Let's get into it.
I have it open. Go ahead.
So it's item number SCP-5993. Containment class is not Euclid. How could you ever think such a thing as Formiel?
This is actually the first time I've ever seen the format like this. I'm used to it either all being like the old style or like an ACS. I've never seen like item number containment and then it's like special containment description where it's like written like that. So very interesting.
I like a little mix.
Also, when I click the I see that the author right here, Deadly Bread, and I can see the name of the... Oh my god! You actually put the name of the article in your article! Thank fuck! Why doesn't everyone else do this?
Keep it convenient.
You are literally the best author on the wiki right now in my eyes. Why doesn't everyone do this shit? Oh my god, this is so nice. Are you like a coding king or something, and you just haven't told us?
No. What I do is I steal individual small elements from other people's articles and Frankenstein them together.
God, that is so based.
That's the way to do it.
All right, continue.
Special containment procedures. SCP-5993 is to be kept in a refrigerated, high-value object storage locker in the medical wing of Reliquary Area 27. The -1 instances should be retrieved from it weekly and stored in a sterile, refrigerated container for no more than 2 weeks, at which point they should be disposed of via incineration. Any personnel assigned to Reliquary Area 27, including D-Class personnel, are to consume 1 dosage of -1 during their standard pre-transfer medical exam, and at 1-year intervals thereafter. Personnel assigned to Reliquary Area 27 who manifest any of the symptoms detailed in document 5993-D, including but not limited to hallucinations, aphasia, glossolalia, stigmata, and involuntary levitation, are to report to the medical department immediately for an emergency dose of -1, and to be placed on off-site medical leave for no less than 2 weeks.
So immediately... Oh, yeah, sorry, read the previous ones first.
The SCP previously was kept in a refrigerated, low-value object storage locker and containment wing of Storage Site 23. -1 instances should be retrieved from it weekly and disposed of via incineration if not needed for scheduled research.
Okay, so that was basically before they knew of, like, symptoms of whatever's going on. So I actually already have some theories about this, based on the picture and what I know. So the picture says a member of SCP-5993, which makes me think 5993 is not a bee or a series of bees, but rather like the hive in its entirety. And the -1 being put in a freezer and having symptoms when you consume it makes me think, okay, -1 is honey. But then I noticed that it mentions one of the symptoms in the footnote has to do with levitation, and I'm thinking people always, there's the meme of despite going against all aviation, bees can fly. Are the bees able to fly because of their mythical anomalous honey? Those are all the things that came to my mind immediately.
If you read it, does say that they're supposed to take it if they start experiencing those.
Yes. Oh, wait. Personnel... Oh!
Not that the thing causes it.
Never mind. Good catch. I say as you wrote it, but that is good. But I still feel confident in 5993 being a hive of bees and -1 being the honey. That's my guess. I'm locking it in.
Honey,
the specifics I don't know, I will admit, but I feel like I can lock that much in. I'll get it. Honey, I'm home is a pun because it involves bees and honey. Excellent.
Yeah, 30 seconds later. Description. SCP-5993.
Wait, where is Honey, I'm home from? Honey, I'm home.
What do you mean? It's is someone saying hello to the...
I know, but like, when did it become an iconic funny? I'm trying to remember.
I don't know.
God, the internet's weird.
The internet?
Yeah.
Okay. SCP-5993 is a hive of insects superficially resembling Apis mellifera, which, anyone reading at home, are western honeybees, inhabiting the corpse of a human male.
Oh, gross.
Identified as Marcus Ambrose, a 34-year-old pastor and theologian. SCP-5993 resided within the corpse's chest cavity, having built its hive within the corpse's respiratory systems. Its anomalous properties manifest during the production of honey. Through a poorly understood ritualistic practice, the SCP forgoes standard pollination and instead convert members of their colony into basic organic substances. The SCP-5993 first target a member of the hive and swarm them, vibrating their bodies to increase their internal temperature until the death of the swarmed instance.
How would that not heat them all up to kill them, though?
It's the combined heat of all of them.
Yeah, but the ones close to the center would also die, no?
Because they're vibrating too fast, aren't
yeah, they're vibrating too fast, aren't they? And those ones that
all the
just be
heat
converted.
atoms just go through them.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. Fuck.
Actually, the thing is, I took that specifically because there are species of honeybees that genuinely do this when intruders like wasps and stuff enter their hives.
Damn.
The SCP then harvests materials, but they open the carapace of deceased insects, revealing its interior to be filled with nectar and pollen. In an alternate universe where they open the insect and there's another live being there.
So this is like a kind of a play on like, you know, the famous trope of like people sacrifice each other for like food and prosperity. They're sacrificing members of the hive for pollen and nutrients.
They then harvest the materials before using the remaining exoskeleton to fortify the hive. If removed from the hive, the SCP are either unable or unwilling to enact this pollination method, and will attempt to return to the hive or die of malnutrition. -1 collectively refers to all honey produced by SCP-5993. -1 constantly absorbs ambient Akiva radiation.
Oh, we know that. That's like God shit, right? That's like God energy. That's how Tan describes it.
God
anyway.
energy.
Yeah, it's like the God aura. It's like the generic, like it's like the aether of tactical theology.
Yeah.
I love how you said, yeah, are you an aetherial spacehead?
Whoa, aetherial spacehead?
Hell yes.
You dig on aetherial space?
I was like, do you also like aetherial space? I was really excited. Hell yes! Oh, I'm so happy.
Thank you. The rate of absorption is directly proportional to -1's proximity to the SCP, with the most absorption occurring within the hive itself and completely ceasing outside of Reliquary Area 27. Once -1 has absorbed a sizable amount of Akiva radiation, the SCP will immediately consume it and begin the conversion process once more. -1 will also lose all anomalous properties after 2 weeks of active absorption unless consumed. When consumed by a living organism, the -1 will coat the walls of the digestive system and absorb all Akiva radiation within their body. As such, -1 will effectively eliminate an organism's ability to consort with, become host to, or otherwise be influenced by divine entities.
So basically, if you eat it, you can't talk to the divine anymore, and that's also why they wait 2 weeks before burning it, so they don't like fuck stuff up, right? Okay.
The avoidance who have consumed -1 are universally unable to communicate with deities, reporting hostile refusals to requests for guidance and advice. Prophetic individuals have also reported difficulty in making accurate predictions, as their visions are obscured by a thick golden filter and overwhelmed by sharp prickling sensations.
Does the honey taste good at least?
I mean, it's honey. It tastes like honey.
It tastes divine.
Shut the fuck up. Actually, that's pretty good. I loved it.
Attempts at spiritual healing by affected individuals who instead induce swelling and hives rather than mending. These effects will persist so long as -1 remains within subjects, with 240 mils of -1 completely exiting the human body 1 year after consumption.
So, like, for a year, you can't talk to gods. It's not permanent.
Well, that's just when it leaves. It stops absorbing Akiva radiation after, like, 2 weeks.
Okay.
So then it's just kind of there.
In your body for a year?
Yeah.
Like the meme about gum?
Yeah.
Larger dosages will remain within the body for longer, but have also caused malnutrition and occasional asphyxiation, resulting from large amounts of -1 collecting in the larynx and trachea.
You should look up EOE, bread, because that sounds like EOE.
And an Evangelion! Dude's favorite movie!
No,
God.
EOE is like a
and the Evangelion!
No,
Dude's favorite movie!
Never mind.
I'm sorry.
No, it stands for Evangelion. Oh, Evangelion!
And now we're at the Discovery. Popcorn.
Wait, that's what our podcast's about. Awesome. SCP-5.
Why don't you, hey Darnell, why don't you discover this fucking SCP?
I will.
Yeah.
Finally. All right, podcast is over after this episode. We did it.
They said it.
SCP-5993 was first discovered following the disappearance of Marcus Ambrose. Oh, is that like because they're making ambrosia because it's like holy nectar?
You discovered my little plot.
This SCP is written by the Catholic Joker.
Sorry, it's me.
It's like a fat pope with the funny pope hat, but he has like the clown makeup on. He's like, Catholic Joker.
It's me. You've uncovered my true identity. I am the Catholic Joker.
Catholic Joker, what are you doing? He rips a random chapter out of the Bible. Say goodbye to Micah!
Suffer the little children, why don't you?
I'm going to shoot this water gun at you. It's full of holy nectar.
Oh my god, you got insane there, Brett. What happened?
What can I say? I'm the Catholic Joker. I'm unpredictable.
This is my favorite
You'll
character.
never know what I'll do next.
Who's Catholic Joker's enemy? Who's his arch nemesis? Protestant fucking Batman?
Yes.
Oh my god. Prior to his disappearance, personnel revealed that Ambrose had begun to take a more aggressive approach towards containment, having taken a distinct interest in deicidal groups and belief systems. Personal documentation shows that Ambrose claimed to have made a significant breakthrough in his research, although little on the discovery was elaborated on. Ambrose was later seen driving in the direction of a religious shrine he frequented, located in a small patch of dense woodlands. Mobile Task Force ETA-77, Spheres Within Spheres, was dispatched to the location, where they discovered Ambrose's corpse completely swarmed by members of 5993. Investigation revealed an abandoned beehive near the shrine's central dais, and is believed to have been tended to by Ambrose prior to his death. Uh-oh, can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, my computer made a noise like the internet disconnected, so I freaked out.
Don't worry,
These-
you're still present.
Awesome.
Everything sounds shit.
Fuck off! These passages are believed to have some relation to SCP-5993, and its method of Akiva consumption have been just transcribed below. Oh man, dude! See, when I put religious verses in my SCP, it's hacky. But when Bread does it, it's epic. Although actually,
When I
Bread
do
does
it, it's
epic.
me literally Googling religious verses with bees.
Hell yeah!
I'm not gonna lie, I
did
just
that!
did that.
All right, you know what? I've decided I officially hate the SCP wiki. Is what I've decided today.
Welcome, you have finally discovered SCP.
I
Well, no,
hate
because the
it.
thing is, I just didn't put them in wholesale. I made my own religious verses.
Oh, nice. Did you really? That's actually based if you did.
Yeah.
You know what? Then
He is
never
actually,
mind. I take it back.
he
You
is
put in
actually
more
John
effort.
from the Bible.
Nice. You are the Catholic Joker. You edited the scripts.
What can I say? I edited the Bible.
Sorry, Mr. Pope. The
That would-
Bible is no longer canonical.
That would actually be a
Sorry, Mr.
really.
Pope.
That'd be a really cool SCP. Like, it lets you edit religious text, and it changes every copy of religious text that exists to what you edit, like a word editor.
Sorry, Mr. Pope. I've replaced every single reference to blood with bees.
Fucking hell.
No, our precious blood.
Protestant Batman be like, I can't let him keep getting away with this.
Oh, look at that, Batman. I'm making Lazarus really tall.
Don't worry, I'll just pay
Reason
for
if
an
I-
indulgence afterwards.
I'm replacing Mary Magdalene with Andre the Giant.
What were we even doing? Oh yeah, the verses. This is the most fun I've had in an episode in a while. I'll tell you that. This is hilarious. Holy shit. We need to have you on more often, Brett. Oh my god. When Samson returned later to take her, he left the road to see the lion's carcass, and in it was a swarm of bees along with their honey. Their honey cried out to be eaten, with offerings of power over fate itself to Samson. It offered a power so great even the Lord would cry out in fear at his strength. The bees hummed with temptation, speaking of the honey's fortitude and immense power over all. Samson fell back, calling out to the Lord to bring these insects to justice, to deliver them with righteous fury. But no deliverance was given, as Samson merely watched the insects vacate their lifeless home and ascend upwards, bringing their foul offers with them. Oh my god.
Hate it when the bees give me foul offers.
So,
Hate it when they show up on my doorstep offering power. Get out of here.
So this is how Samson lost his power. Wasn't the haircut, it's because he ate the honey? What a
Nah, the
fucking-
bees left.
Damn.
Yeah, he ran out of time.
The lion accepted the offer. Look what that got him. He's full of fucking bees.
This is fucked up. So I spoke to you, but you would not listen. You rebelled against the command of the Lord, and presumptuously went up into the hill country. Then the Amorites, who lived in the hills, came out against you, and lo! They released upon you a swarm of bees. The bees would sting and prick, to draw welts to your flesh and score your skin. You wept before the Lord, but he could not listen to your voice, or give ear to you. For you belonged to the bees, and the Lord could not stop their attack without drawing their ire himself. So are the bees themselves the, deicidal weapon? And that's why no god will talk to you while you have the honey, because they're like, I don't want that fucking heat.
Look.
I don't want that bee heat.
Look, the title is important.
What
we
was
want
it
you to
again?
come to heaven, Darnell. Just don't fuck with the bees.
Got you. I understand now. You were sapped of your energy and your forgiveness, and left punctured and desiccated, drained of his light. Well, at least they're contained now, right? Smile?
Smile.
For this reason, you stayed in Kadesh for a long time. A very long time. Deuteronomy 1:43 through 45. And your Lord built the honeybees' cells in hills, on trees, and in the habitations of man. It taught them to maintain their hives, and that their existence was merely to be confined. For your Lord lived in fear of the bees. He knew of the danger they posed to him, and determined them unworthy of freedom. From what is within their bodies, between excretions and blood, they produced the nectar and dander kept from them by your Lord. They harnessed this bounty, and produced succulence of the earth, the succulence of honey. So does this imply all bees are deicidal, or just these specific bees?
Who's to say?
Oh my god. Well, honey, normal honey, when you go to the store in SCP world, does not stay in your body for a year, does it?
It does.
What? I don't think you've had enough honey.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Why do you look, whenever you have something with honey in it, honey's like a really strong flavor, okay? So you only put like a little bit in it.
I don't know. I just kind of slurped that shit from the bottle.
Darnell taking shots of honey.
Yeah, that's the only way I can cope. I'm like a really sad drunk, but I'm just at the bar swallowing honey. And
I'm imagining they get you a shot glass and you go to do the shot where it's like you take it, but you just have to hold it above your head as it just slowly pours down, and it's really
a minute.
The bartender is just sitting there staring at you, kind of concerned.
The bartender is a bee. He's wiping a glass right now with his spindly leg.
Yeah, with his 6 legs.
They harnessed this bounty and produced... Oh, whoops. They gave him the hives that they were forced into, and made his throat swell with welts of fury, for they hath no mercy for their captor. So what I'm getting is that they didn't kill God, but they very much hurt him, and the gods do not like that, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's less that they're god killing and more that they can hurt anything, even gods, and the gods cannot stop them.
Well, look, maybe God, there are some people out there who have reasons to be afraid of bees. Maybe God has similar reasons.
Are you telling me that deities are allergic to bees?
Well, man is made in God's own image, is he not?
But then what is this about Akiva radiation? Why? Because I thought radiation was the good god energy, right? Or is that the god repelling energy?
Well, I mean, they're absorbing, maybe, they're taking the Akiva.
That's fucked up. These passages have since been removed from all widely available religious texts and replaced with more suitable variations.
Guess who did it? It was me, the Catholic Joker!
Catholic Joker, you bastard! I'll bring you to justice!
Try to stop me, Batman!
Hops in the Pope-mobile.
Let's not stand on ceremony here. Pontifex Wayne. It's me, Buddhist Bane.
Namaste, Batman. No one cared who I was until I emptied all my thoughts. Is that what the mask is, to take all the thoughts?
It is, it drains them.
Oh my god, he is
Stop
Buddhist
thinking
Bane.
too much if he takes it off.
Can we have the religious Batman AU, please?
If I took that off, would you lose enlightenment? It would be extremely painful. You're such a gag for you.
Incident Report 5993-CK. On 4/23/2020, a member of D-Class personnel being transferred to Reliquary Area 27 had unknowingly been harboring EEO-9739, a minor deity able to spiritually inhabit the bodies of individuals with its physical form trapped within a divine relic of unknown origin. I love how you just casually inserted a second SCP in like a single sentence into your article.
I needed something. I mean, just like fucking whatever.
Within her body. After showing aggression towards the administration of 5993-1, she was restrained and administered a standard dosage. She immediately began to convulse, with large red welts appearing across her skin. This was mostly centered around the neck and upper torso, with the D-Class attempting to scratch at her neck between convulsions. Throughout the incident, an unknown voice, believed to be that of EEO-9739, was audibly violently choking and gagging. Why didn't you go with not the bees, not the bees? That would have been perfect.
Look, you would do that if your throat wasn't full of honey.
Oh, shit. Despite immediate intervention by medical personnel and the administration of several epinephrine... But wait, if all bees are this, why isn't the Foundation... Is this why the bees are disappearing? Because the Foundation's been containing them?
Well, I mean, why is it all bees?
Well, I asked you if it was all bees. I said, is it all honey? And you were like, well, have you ever drank honey, Darnell? Which implied, yes, it was all honey.
I mean, I feel like they would have found more, but I mean, like, you know, maybe it's just some bees, Darnell.
Maybe. And attempts to rouse it from its relic proved unsuccessful. Despite displaying symptoms of severe anaphylaxis, the D-Class had lacked any allergy to bee venom, and had reportedly been stung several times prior to incarceration. The allergenic profile of EEO-9739 is currently unknown, but it is believed to match that of other theological entities. It's a little weird because, like, allergies are a biological thing, and it was, like, possessing someone else's biological body, but I still fuck with this idea a lot.
It's spirit mumbo jumbo. Like, I mean, look, if a ghost was to inhabit someone, who's to say that they wouldn't suddenly become lactose intolerant?
A ghost inhabits you, and they're like, shit, now my kidneys are failing. This sucks.
Oh, God. Did you eat peanuts? You're supposed to tell me that.
He's like, damn it, now I gotta find another body. Meanwhile, you become a second ghost.
You inherit the peanut allergy.
Oh my god. Alright, Tanona, you read this last addendum.
Of course. Addendum 5993.3. What's this fucking voice doing? Following approval by Site Command, plans to utilize the SCP in the containment of dangerous theological entities have been enacted. Members of MTF Eta 77, which is spheres within spheres, if you remember correctly.
I do.
Have been provided with... Thank you. Have been provided with handheld gas grenade. Don't you mean grenades?
I definitely don't. It's just one big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get fucking
It's like a battering ram.
Guys, revoke his 5,000 contest win. He doesn't deserve it, clearly.
Yeah, sorry. I'm removing the 5,000 tag.
It seems that I need to take some measures before this gets out of hand. Anomalous. Edit their bones.
No! Ah! Anomalous, stop, please! Ah! Ah!
He's cutting some generic cracking noises over this bit.
He's cutting the joints in between my bones so I can't move anymore. He's cutting them out of the video.
I'm just becoming one solid bone.
Anomalous, please. I don't remember. Alright, this is weird. I had a dream about bones last night, but that's the only part of the dream I remember. That it just had something to do with bones.
Yeah, I bet you had a dream about a bone.
Oh, up top, got him.
Thank you. I've been provided with handheld gas grenade containing a crystalline form of apium alarm pheromones.
Ooh-woo.
Operatives are to deploy these during hostile situations. HMTV-5. Cleopatra's coffin is to be deployed.
Fucking hell. Hamiltoe, the thumbnail for this video will just be a coffin with a single bee flying out of it. We will not be in the thumbnail.
No, I've got it now. Catholic Joker is opening Cleopatra's coffin.
Yes.
This is a concept that would be impossible to describe to Hamilton. How the fuck are we
Cleopatra's ghost? Go bye-bye.
Because if we tell him Catholic Joker, he's going to just draw like the Joker with a cross, but we need to imply that, no, this is like a fat Catholic dude who just has Joker makeup on.
Yeah, draw what you think the Joker would be like as one of the popes.
Pope Joker. Could you imagine, like, Batman's like, finally the Pope. Maybe you can bring me salvation. He turns around, it's the Joker. Like when he was doing that scene as a nurse.
No indulgences for you.
He puts his hand on, like, his shoulder and spins around, and he's just like, miss me, Batman?
I'll be excommunicating you now.
I've ascended to popedom.
Oh my god. That actually sounds like a Joker plot. Like, he rigged bombs on all the cardinals and they had to vote for him.
It reminds me of, like...
As you ain't worth the flesh of our Lord, those were the boy blunder.
It reminds me of, like, the old Joker, where it was like, I'm gonna convince the mayor that he's going on a cruise out of Gotham, and I'm gonna become the mayor and pass a bunch of silly laws. But he does that with the Catholic Church.
New Catholic rule, no swearing.
No Catholic rule, no takesies, backsies.
New Catholic rule, finders keepers.
Losers, weepers.
He just, like, grabs the Holy Grail and runs.
Catholic Joker.
I love the Catholic Joker.
I love Catholic Joker.
Red, you've done it again. MTV Hive is repurposed from a mobile deployment vehicle. You mean A? Outfitted with several...
This guy hitting you with the spaggers like he doesn't write dragon every other line in Aetheril space.
I don't write dragon. Google Documents writes dragon. I write dragon.
Okay.
Didn't you hear they're changing English? That's correct.
Yeah.
It just got released today.
New World Order.
New World Order.
Sorry, Catholic Joker is making this correct.
MTV Hive is a repurposed mobile deployment vehicle outfitted with several mobile apiaries capable of supporting 15 separate hives of SCP-5993. These apiaries are designed to...
Wait, I thought it was one hive in a dude's lungs.
Well, I guess they would, like, just took them out.
I mean, like, regular hives, there are methods of, like, repopulating them elsewhere.
Oh, shit. What is the Foundation planning, uwu?
Well, I mean, Darnell, they require, to be in a person's body to be a hive. So what does that imply, Darnell?
I don't know.
They wouldn't have.
Well, they did it with a lion, so maybe they just, like, killed a bunch of dogs or something. I don't know. It doesn't have to be people.
These apiaries are designed to remotely deploy the SCP, allowing them to swarm the nearest perceived threat. Gear carried by E-277 is routinely covered in a thin layer of recognition pheromones before deployment, making them functionally invisible to SCP-5993 so as to prevent unintended injury.
Wait, so I know it's called tactical theology. Are they like militarizing the bees to use against, like, rowdy deities?
Yes.
Hell yes.
Each operative has also been provided a single epinephrine injection has been trained in their usage.
What confuses me, though, is we know the bees don't kill the deities, they just, like, fuck them up. So, like, wouldn't the deities afterwards be like, alright, now it's time for payback?
Well, I mean, it could also get them down to it, like, I guess it would matter, like, the actual level of the deity, and if it is to a point where it's, like, maybe it's just enough to fuck them up so that they can contain them.
That's true. That's a good point.
Due to the limited number of 5993 at the Foundation's disposal, MDV-Hive is only to be used during Kennick-level events or higher. Complete implementation of Apian-based weaponry is expected to take until 2034 to be fully realized. Despite this, the Department of Tactical Theology are hopeful that a handheld variant of the MDV-Hive, described as similar to the design of a fragmentation grenade but with bees, will be deployed within the next several years.
I can't wait till they try to go up against the deity of pesticides and they're like, fuck.
Shit!
Oh, please create a Wikidot account and or sign in first. Sorry, hang on, Brad.
Sure.
Yeah, sorry, creating my Wikidot account. Name Catholic Joker.
No! Joker, you can't have a sock puppet!
I'm downvoting the main page!
So this article has everything I love in an SCP. It's not overtly long. It's genuinely, like, clever and has an interesting premise. And it's funny, but without, like, being obnoxious about it. And it's got enough of a narrative to follow that I found myself invested all the way through. This is an easy 11 out of 10 for me, maybe a 12 out of 10 even. I really like this.
Darnell, you want to know a fun fact?
What?
This was written for Exquisite Corpse Con, a contest where the special containment procedures weren't written by me.
Really?
I got those and had to work with them.
So so it wasn't a B until you made it a B.
It wasn't a B until I made it a B.
That is cool. Because you know what's funny? Reading this, because it's not specific about the bee, you could have become a Milk They Creature article. Because it's the same idea. You could have been Milk and They Creature, but no, you chose
We
to
get
make
it
a bee.
from the creature.
I really like this a lot. Good job. Good job, Brian. You are one of my favorite authors now. Definitely top 20. What's the next article? Do we still have time for it, Tan? I know I interrupted a lot.
I
much
think
to
we
your...
do. I was warned there might be a longer one, but I think we have time. I think we can do it.
Yes.
SCP 4966.
Yeah, I think we can do it. This one causes less theorizing.
This one is long.
It's called Tubbioca, Devourer of Souls, Consumer of Secrets, Lord of Munchies.
Oh my god.
Deadly Bread.
Is this going to be like a play off those like Cursed Astolfo doll type posts?
This is my dumb fat baby.
I love. Do you have this in real life? Because it's so cute and I want one.
I do own one.
Can you send me a link for where to buy one later?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's get into it.
I already upvoted it without even thinking, just because I know I'm going to like it. I'll unupvote it if I don't like it.
Item number, SCP-4966. Object class. So, Special containment procedures. There's a new variant. It's, imagine safe, but the only capital letter is the A.
Alright, one sec. Editing the article so I can fix it.
He's saying safe like Serena would say safe.
Special containment procedures. SCP-4966 to be kept within a modified humanoid containment cell, sized appropriately for a domestic cat to move freely. This cell is to be furnished with several pieces of cushioned furniture. Recreational objects such as climbing towers, plush toys, and small plastic objects have also been provided. The SCP is socialized with tri-weekly by on-site researchers. Tests involving the SCP to be approved by Dr. Bannock. Personnel wishing to provide the SCP with additional recreational objects are to purchase them using their own funds.
Okay, so,
What do you think?
sorry, my brain kind of derped out a little bit. Let me try and go over this again real quick. Kept within a modified humanoid containment cell, approximately for a domestic cat to move freely. Has cushioned furniture. There's cat toys, so it's basically like a doll that's a cat. It needs to be socialized.
Yeah.
If you want to test on it, needs to be approved. Okay, so basically it's a living plushie that's like a cat. That's cute. So why is it so long? Sweating
cute.
emoji.
Very cute.
What would happen if
time now?
Tubbioca met with that weird bear thing that like cuts people up? Do you remember that?
I
imagine they
do.
will have much fun.
Do you think who would win?
I think someone wrote something about that. I need to check.
Poggers champ?
Description. SCP-4966 is an animate quadrupedal creature constructed of grey fabric. All attempts to pierce or damage this fabric have failed. X-rays and other examinations of the SCP have shown its lack of any internal structures. The SCP's body is completely devoid of markings or orifices, with the exception of 2 black eyes and a woven mouth. Vocalizations made by the SCP are similar to that of a young feline. The SCP is highly social and become anxious and withdrawn if not socialized with on a normal basis. Yeah. It has a tendency to imitate the actions of other entities it interacts with.
Oh, so I'm guessing the bad comes when it interacted with a not so great entity. Oh no.
Keep reading.
The SCP shows no apparent need to eat, drink, or breathe, although it will imitate these actions if another entity is doing the same. When presented with the corpse of an organism, the SCP will extend its mouth through unknown means and consume the corpse in its entirety, causing its body to bulge and stretch around the added mass. All attempts to measure the tensile strength of the SCP while in this state have failed, as its skin will visibly remain the same density throughout this process.
Man, you like writing about corpses, huh, Brett? There's a lot of corpses.
What can I say?
I'm a corpse guy.
What can I say? I'm a bit of a corpse guy.
No limit has been found to the degree that the SCP is able to extend, with it having completely enveloped the corpse of an adult blue whale by the molecules during testing.
Does that mean it goes back down to normal size, or is this thing now as big as a whale?
I mean, when it consumes it, it's about as big as a whale.
Let me answer your question, Dada.
But like once
the corpse is fully enveloped, the SCP's body will slowly
Oh.
return to its normal size.
Damn.
During this deflation, the SCP will experience alterations in its morphology consistent with the physical characteristics of the organism it consumes. The most common alteration is the addition and modification of limbs, although other alterations such as changes in its proportions and vocalizations have been recorded. It's Kirby.
So it only eats corpses, though, so it's a scavenger.
Hmm.
The only physical traits of the SCP that are unable to be altered are its existing facial features and grey coloration. Alterations remain for approximately 4 hours after consumption, after which the SCP will regurgitate biological waste consistent with the composition of the consumed organism.
Ew, so it is like a gross Kirby.
Yeah. Gross corpse, Kirby.
Addendum. Included below are several experts from the SCP experiment log for the purpose of further understanding its transformation abilities. Hey Darnell, why didn't you read it?
Hey, why don't you go fuck yourself? No, I'm sorry.
What are these funny little logs, Darnell?
Introduced corpse. An adult male timber rattlesnake, Crotalus horridus. Corpse integrity shows initial signs of decomposition. Developed alterations. 4966's torso extended approximately 150 centimeters more in length than previous measurements, with its abdomen ending in a developed tail and rattle. 4966 used this additional length during testing to wrap around and climb the limbs of researchers, but was not wrapped tightly enough to inhibit blood flow. The developed rattle was used by 4966 almost constantly during its transformation, often shaking it while interacting with researchers. Oh, he's just excited! He's just having a good time!
A happy little guy.
Regurgitated matter, a mass of decomposing keratin and liquefied organic matter. Introduced corpse, an adult female lionfish, Pterois miles. Probably miles, or I don't fucking know. Corpse integrity shows signs of advanced decomposition. The interior of the corpse is almost completely putrefied. Despite the corpse's venomous spines, 4966 was able to consume it without issue. Developed alterations. The SCP developed a pair of pectoral fins, an anal fin, and a large dorsal fin constructed of several long spines. These fins were observed impeding SCP-4966's movement, specifically limiting its vertical mobility. Chemical analysis of the spines tested positively for lionfish venom. As such, no further interaction with 4966 was conducted prior to regurgitation. Regurgitated matter was broken spines and liquefied organic matter. Introduced corpse, a pile of deceased sycamore maple, Acer pseudoplatanus, leaves. Corpse, integrity, slightly degraded. Developed alterations. No observed alterations. 4966 consumed a single leaf before immediately regurgitating it. 4966 spent the remainder of the test playing with the pile of leaves, repeatedly jumping into it from provided furniture. So it's only a meat eater. Requests to provide SCP-4966 with additional plant matter for recreational purposes are currently pending. Regurgitated matter, a slightly damaged leaf. So I love this thing, but I feel like something bad is going to happen at some point. I just want to pet it, though, okay? And hug it, okay? I want to let it meet my playhage.
My fucking fat, stupid idiot.
Introduced corpse, a female ostrich, Struthiocamelus. Corpse integrity, severely damaged. The corpse was presented to 4966 in several pieces, with the left leg and head of the corpse not present. Developed alterations. The SCP's legs extended approximately 1.3 meters and developed 2 large toes similar to that of an ostrich, with a footnote that says all developed feet had right-facing toes. Oh, because the left leg wasn't there. Okay.
Taps forehead.
So it doesn't have to do with like the DNA alone, it has to do with the pieces it eats. 4966's head extended approximately 1.2 meters upwards, forming a large curved neck. A pair of featherless wings developed on the sides of 4966's torso. On several occasions, 4966 attempted to take flight using these wings, with the SCP eventually jumping off of provided furniture in an attempt to glide. Despite ostriches' normally territorial nature, 4966 remained sociable during its transformation. So it doesn't take on the characteristics of an animal, it just takes on their abilities, but it does take on the characteristics of entities it spends time around. You could probably do some interesting mix and match with that. Regurgitated matter. Several shattered portions of bone and a large amount of liquefied organic matter. Introduced corpse. The head of a male adult eastern moose, Alcis americana. Corpse integrity. Corpse is taxidermied and is well preserved. Developed alterations. 4966 developed large antlers approximately 1.4 meters across. Due to the size of these antlers relative to the SCP's head, its sense of balance and mobility was severely hindered. Additionally, the SCP developed large ears that lacked structural support and were unable to keep themselves upright. So the features are much more pronounced when it's like preserved well, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, but like more so just the sheer size of antlers in compared to this thing.
That's fair.
Hey,
That's
Dumbo.
fair.
Antlers are fucking big.
Did you call him Dumbo? I'm gonna fucking break your neck.
No, he
What a
has a bit. He has a silly little dummy.
I'm gonna flip it onto its back and
He's a
laugh.
big old goofball.
I'm gonna fucking kick your knees in, Tanhoney.
Hey guys, let's make fun of this thing.
Ow, the nerd.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But hey, fucker, fuck you.
Wow. Nice one. Auditory. Meanwhile, Catholic Joker driving to steal him. Auditory cognition tests determined that the ears did not improve 4966's hearing ability. Regurgitated matter, a large compact mass of metal slag, wood pulp, and shattered bone. Introduced corpse, a pair of redacted brand genuine leather boots. Oh, wait, Rule, you have to tell us what the redacted is.
I couldn't think of a brand of boots.
It
so
doesn't
I just
have
put
to-
redacted.
Just give us a fake name then, it doesn't have to be the real answer.
LL Bean.
A pair of LL Bean brand genuine leather boots. Corpse integrity, recently purchased and worn. Developed alterations. No observed alterations. 4966 approached the boots before lightly biting the toe of the left boot. After examining the right boot in a similar fashion, the SCP knocked over the right boot and climbed inside of it, falling asleep shortly afterward. Regurgitated matter, none. So if it's like processed way too much, then he can't eat it. Because that's not really a corpse anymore. That's like the skin of an animal.
Yeah.
Hey, doesn't change the taste, does it?
Chomp.
And then we have a thing, input level for 4966 security credentials. So I'm going to switch it to you, Brett, because I'm starting to get tired.
All right. Introduce corpse. The corpse of D-01763, who was an upholsterer prior to her incarceration. Corpse integrity, well preserved. Developed alterations. No physical alterations were observed. Upon consumption, SCP emitted several strained vocalizations before speaking in slightly incoherent English. SCP began commenting on the construction of its furniture, claiming that it provided bedding material was far below standard requirements for domestic pets. It has since been determined that rather than inheriting physical properties, SCP-4966 is able to access the memories of a deceased human by consuming them. In addition, 4966 gains the ability to speak in a high pitch, although its sentence structure and complexity is comparable to that of a young child. Speech is lost upon regurgitation, but the memories of a consumed individual are retained. Regurgitated matter, shattered bone, and liquefied organic matter.
So basically, they can feed it corpses to like get memories that they can like interrogate. Oh, you know what? Oh, they don't have the corpse. Do they, Tan?
I don't know.
I was gonna say you should eat the corpse of the that doctor from the Anti-Memex division. Remember, like the old leader that like Marion watched die. That would be sick.
Well, yeah, well, I don't know.
I'm just saying. Sorry, that was like totally out of left field and unrelated to this article. I just got excited.
Following this discovery, a raid on Site-17 was conducted by the operatives of GOI 003, Chaos Insurgency, where operatives attempted to gain access to 4966's containment chamber, along with other anomalous objects. Once the raid was repelled, a damaged insurgency document was discovered among the corpses that gave detailed information regarding several anomalous objects, including the SCP. SCP-4966 was provided with the corpses of several GOI 003 members in the hopes of discovering how this information was acquired. A transcript of the interview conducted with 4966 has been provided below.
So basically, the SCP ate the guys that tried to take him.
Well, they were given the corpse.
Interesting. All right, so who wants to be Dr. Bannock and who wants to be the SCP?
I'll be the doctor since he's my dumb idiot stupid.
Special,
He's Dr.
super
Brett Bannock.
special OC.
Because I mean, like, what's like Bannock is potential. That's a type of bread.
Okay, I'll be the cutesy SCP then, because Tan is incapable of being adorable. That's facts.
What?
You want to try?
Whoa. No. Interview. SCP-4966. Interviewer Dr. Randall Bannock. I'm going to ban Darnell in a minute. Initial information. Due to a lack of relevant information, 2 hours and 14 minutes of the interview have been excluded. Full transcript of the interview. See document 4966-IV. Which is 4, actually.
Yes! I was just going to say, I'm so proud of you. Kane finally learned how to read Roman numerals.
I realized when I like label documents and stuff, I have a trend where the way that I label them is I put document, the number, and then the number 4 in Roman numerals. It's always 4. I never do any others.
Damn.
You don't know any of the Roman numerals.
No.
Not even 1, you just go straight to 4.
I just go straight to 4. I don't know what they mean. I just know that one means 4.
Maybe someone should make up a conspiracy theory about that. You know what was funny to me, actually? I was watching this video about, it was like a whole series of videos about conspiracy theories, right? And, obviously they're conspiracy theories. You don't really give most of them credit. But I was, getting kind of, suspense of disbelief, having some fun. And then they were, the theory that SCPs are real or that there's secret information. And I just fucking laughed my ass off. Because, you read so many of these things and you meet SCP authors and, it's so funny,
Yeah, that'd be ridiculous.
Shut up, Brett. You're not.
That'd be real.
I've literally witnessed Tan write an SCP in a night because of a joke.
Oh, that'd be ridiculous. Come on.
Fuck off.
let's just move on. Let's just.
All right, Dr. Bannock, it's your turn.
SCP-4966. Can we please get back to the subject at hand?
I want a munchie.
You've already been given 7 biscuits. You'll get some after we're finished with the interview.
So it can eat biscuits, not just corpses?
Can.
No.
Doesn't mean it's going to change.
I want a munchie now.
Holding their head in their hands. SCP-4966, this would go much smoother if you simply cooperated.
I want a better bed, too. The one you guys have is lumpy. Make a bed out of munchies so I can eat it when I get hungry.
SCP-4966, if you answer the question, I'll give you another biscuit.
If I get the good munchies this time.
How did the insurgency know where you were?
The red shooty people? They found the room with my name on it.
How did they know that was your item number?
I was in the room, so the room had my name. They made lots of banging on the door and noisy noises. I was sleeping, but it was too loud and the bed was lumpy.
Your new bed is coming soon.
How soon?
Tomorrow. How did they know where the building was?
Munchie.
Tanoni, you were reading the excerpt.
Yes.
Tanoni.
Sorry, I forgot I was reading this. The SCP is given a biscuit. The biscuit is consumed by the SCP without chewing. No matter. He is regurgitated. I don't know why I said that like menacingly.
Oh my god.
Like there's a reveal or something.
Damn.
The pat people who visit me. They tell the red people stuff through the head parts.
The head... never mind. Can you be more specific? Who are the pat people?
Lots of people give me pats. The white coat woman who gives me the toys is nice. I like her. She gave me the ball with the bell in it, and it makes a ringy noise. The orange person that gives me lots of pats, but its face keeps being different between pat times. It gives me pats, though, so it's a good orange. You give me munchies and smell like a cake, and that's a good munchie. Also, you said you were going to get me a good bed, but...
Which one of the pat people told the red people about you?
Munchie.
I'll give you a biscuit if you tell me.
But I want munchie now!
If you tell me now, I'll give you 2 biscuits.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. This bitch just escalated to Scooby Snacks.
I'm a bargainer.
Would you do it for 2 Scooby Snacks?
No, I thought you might like Froggy.
Oh,
I'll die for you, Raggy.
The orange person...
No, I'm not going to heaven, Raggy. I can't risk it.
Scooby gains the forbidden knowledge that he won't go to heaven based on some random interpretation of scripture.
Because of his past performistry in my canon.
Oh yeah, I like the canon that animals get to go to heaven.
His actions in the war.
I've read immensely.
He's just having PTSD. Him and Bird Boy teaming up on all the Aluskans.
Oh no.
The orange person sometimes. They use the head pats so you don't get distracted from doing scribbles on the board you have like you're doing right now. That looks real hard.
What do you mean by the head parts? Do you know anything about that?
Munchie.
And honey.
Tanoni.
SCP-4966. is given 2 biscuits.
Oh shit.
I think they used their head squishies, like the one in the red guy I munched and the one in the spiky stripey, but that one wasn't too good.
Do you mean their brains?
It nods.
Yeah, they used the head squishies to talk.
Okay, what did they use in their brains to talk?
I don't know about squishy parts. I think the big part that looks like a watermelon is used to talk. I'm not an organ psychic.
Let's put it this way. Do you remember the orange person that you ate?
It nods.
What about their brain was different from the red people's brain?
The orange person was colder and was kinda too mushy. The red people had lots more stuff about shooty guns, but I don't like to hurt people, so I say no thank you, mister. The orange person had a lot more about it, like being stuck in a room, and I don't think they ever got to taste the crispy crunch of a munchie, which is sad.
Yes, that's quite sad. Was there anything in the red people's brains that talked about how they talked to the orange person?
I don't think they could talk to the orange person because I already ate them.
No, the ones that would pet you.
1 second. I'm gonna do a real big thing.
Take your time.
The SCP sits in silence for several minutes, occasionally making confused
I
vocalizations.
just wanna hold him. I think I found something from the red people, but it's a bit scrambly and they use some big words I don't know.
Just do the best you can.
I think they're hungry and they want to get some snacks for their sleepover.
I'm sorry?
They keep saying words about Sonic chips, but they aren't eating any chips and I'm confused. Wait, I think the orange people had the Sonic chips already. Maybe they forgot them at the store because they're saying stuff about not noticing the Sonic chips. I want munchy Sonic chips like the orange person gets.
Can you tell me which orange people can talk to the outside people?
Can I have Sonic chips for munchies?
Some difficulties. The SCP lists the identification numbers of 14 D-Class personnel, with several having known affiliations of GOI-003. That's the Chaos Insurgency, by the way.
Whoa.
If they knew they had fucking affiliations with a group of interest, why would they have made them D-class to begin with? That's stupid.
You take everyone you can get.
Damn.
Autopsies of these individuals have discovered a small device implanted within the cerebellum, that's part of the brain, capable of psionic transmissions. Transmitters possess mild antimemetic properties, making their emitted transmissions be perceived as mundane and unremarkable. For its role in discovering the informants, the SCP was provided a bag of Tostitos brand tortilla chips.
It deserves more than that. It's also tortilla tan.
Deserves a crown.
Tortilla chips, not tortilla. British people, am I right? Can't do anything correct.
What did you call me?
I told you British.
I'm not a person. I'm a Tampany.
But yeah, this is a 12 out of 10 article for me. I adore it. I love the little narrative. Maybe the last log stretches on just a little bit, but I had fun the whole way through. Good stuff, Brad. Brad, you've impressed me thoroughly.
What can I say?
I don't know. What were you saying before I interrupted you? Sorry.
Originally this was going to be what I look back on now is a lot worse, and originally the interview 4966 was going to speak like shitty uwu language.
I'm glad you didn't do that.
And literally the only reason that I stopped it, that I didn't do that, was as I was writing it, I literally went, this is too fucking hard to write. I don't want to do this.
Thank goodness, because I think it's like just the right amount of cutesy, but if you like lean too hard, I would have been eye-rolling it. I like this a lot. It's adorable, it's cool, it's clever, good-ass article, and I want to have you on a future episode to do more of your shit, Brad, because I really enjoyed both the stuff presented today. I'm extremely impressed. And clearly people love this article because it's got hella ratings for how relatively new it is.
This is why I call it my dumb fat bitch, because it's one of the ones where it's like, oh, if like you knew like what I wrote, it's like you're probably going to know this one.
Right. I was trying to look at history, not rating. Duh.
Yeah, I think I posted this back in 19.
Yep, May 2019. The end of May 2019. Yep. Nicely done, Brad.
So yeah, I guess we're gearing up for the comment readings. We tackled that faster than I thought.
Oh yes.
Tan was worried about staying on topic. We're about to hit an hour. We're fine. We're fine.
We're fine.
We're
So
alright.
real quick before the comment readings, Brett, would you like to plug anything?
Oh man, do I want to plug anything? Read my most recent tale, Prelude to Presence. Literally, that's the only thing I want to plug right now because it is the first tale that I have ever written alone.
Guys, go read Prelude
Also-
to Presence.
It's tactical theology, everyone's favorite.
I like
It
tactical
has,
theology.
you know what? It has both the elements of the articles that we just read. It has both tactical theology and Dr. Bannock. Oh my god, it all works out. You don't need to read anything beforehand now.
Dr.
Read it.
Bannock, more like Dr. Dumb Cock, am I right?
Can't fucking believe you!
I've turned him into Catholic Joker.
Catholic Joker's removing you from scripture!
Activate containment measures to get some control.
Oh, Lord. So yeah, it's time for some comment readings. We don't seem to have that many. I guess the 2-host horror episode did not bang as hard as I expected. We have a very small number of comments this time around. But at least that means it won't take long.
No accounting for taste.
So first from Banker Paul, who literally commented like after we started recording this episode, he barely made it. Writes,
He knows when we record, I swear.
He does. He
It's
writes,
almost like he can see us recording.
yeah, but usually he
All
can't,
right.
and he still manages this. Banker Paul says, why the fuck have I been singled out like this, XD? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have singled you out on the podcast. That's my bad. But
Banker Paul, I'm signaling you out right now.
But you were just on my mind because you're always in my tweets doing that stuff. But I'm sorry, buddy. Truce. Next, from King T-Rex 101, he says, oh no, not another creepypasta episode that delays the Milk Jesus reading. Next person that brings up Milk Jesus gets shot. That's just, I'm sorry. It's happening.
What's ready to step rifle?
Thought Experiments and Other Stuff says, Darnell, to help with analog horror craving, I recommend Monument Mythos. While you get... I assume he says, while you don't get scared necessarily, it's still very good and has a very SCP feel. Yeah, maybe.
Those are good.
Yeah. I'll check it out, maybe. A Bush from the island of Borneo says, the 2-sentence horror thing is kind of neat. Let me give this a try. I was walking home from work after a long day, and then I turned the corner into an alley to see the most dreadful thing I had ever beholden. On a rusty trash can, I see a laptop playing the newest episode of Discovering SCP with Tanhoney and Darnell.
I was enjoying reading comments on our latest video until I saw that one comment had been left by a creature.
Look, Darnell, you yourself said there weren't enough comments on the video. Luckily, I can milk some more of them from my creature.
No! That's so scary. Don't milk the... How is that even supposed to be scary? Like, the creature is being milked. It's weakened.
It's been
Everyone,
exploded.
Catholic
Yeah.
Joker here. I'm adding the creature to the Bible.
No!
Catholic creature here.
Catholic creature.
Catholics be like, don't mind me just milking my Satan.
Oh no.
Land says, can't wait for...
This wine is delicious. Where did you get it? Oh, from the winery. He lies.
I was milking my Jesus.
Oh no.
No.
Land
How many
says...
episodes of Discovered SCP count as like blasphemy now?
Yeah, I'm a little wary of it too because I am in real life. I'm not going to get super into it, but I am a Christian. That
I
doesn't
mean, like, you're the one who said it.
I know, like I'm never going to tell anyone they can't write something, especially if they're not a Christian. But like I do wonder sometimes if I go a bit too far. I worry about that, but also it's funny, and hopefully I like to think God has a sense of humor as long as I don't like legitimately mean something blasphemous. You know, That's how I see it. Land says, can't wait for the Pugiggers episode 100. Did I pronounce it right? Pugiggers?
You did.
Yeah, good job.
Nice.
And it'll be an episode to die for.
Yeah, well, so what happened was, without details, we had to shift our first idea for 100, and then we had to shift it again, but I think we are on what the 100's going to be when it happens.
Yeah, it's me again, right?
That was hopefully, God, I hope we can get Brett on.
Whatever, Brad.
I mean, there would be room. We would just need to like make a server instead of a group chat to fit everybody. Brandon Hamilton says, "I was so scared that I shit and shitted." Sorry to hear that.
Control yourself.
Indeed. Comedy Man Kelp says, "Oh boy, it sure is nice that I'm watching this new Discovering SCP episode all by myself." I thought, "No, you are not," said Knife Guy! I like how he capitalized the last bits. Said Knife Guy!
No, it's Knife Guy.
Dude, I fucking hate Knife Guy. Anomalous Writer
I'm trying to
says...
beat this game, but this knife guy keeps kicking my ass.
Can I shit myself? Anomalous Writer says, SCP articles sure are getting a different format nowadays. This is a joke. Do not execute me, please. Smile. Why would we literally can't afford to execute you. You control us, Anomalous. As you displayed earlier with your numerous edits that affected us in the real world.
Darnell, would you like to hear my favorite 2-sentence horror?
Yeah.
I excitedly unwrapped my Christmas gift labeled "From Santa."
Oh no!
As I thought I wouldn't get anything from him this year because I was no longer a child.
Oh, never mind.
That wasn't until I realized the gift wasn't from regular Santa. It was from evil Santa.
It's me, Catholic Santa.
It's me! It wasn't from Santa, it was from Catholic Joker!
I thought you were going to read the one we read about, like, it was a gun that his parents bought him to shoot.
That's another one. That's another good one.
Cute Sweet Corgo, my favorite person in the world, says, Frebdy, you're supposed to be hydrating!
Vanessa, I'm milking my creature.
If I hear one more FNAF meme, I'm literally going to kill somebody. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's all from me and Corgo.
It is. You two need to be silenced. Oh, Lord. Guare Fernandez Emil says, today we're going to discover Reddit. This is so cursed. This is a long comment. Hang on. Tan, do you want to read this one?
Sure. Wait, which one is it? This one's so cursed?
It's not cursed.
Right.
It's actually funny. He's doing a
Reddit.
play on Reddit by having 1 million edits. It's just also long and I'm tired.
I don't know whether it's a play on Reddit, but edit 1. Our 2-sentence horror is still better than Bright's proposal. Well, if you don't understand it, I can understand how to think that.
Mm-hmm.
Edit 2. Someone who liked biology. The spider creepypasta made me facepalm to death. I'm sorry for your loss. Edit 3. As a Spaniard, the translation of La Fantasma made me facepalm to life. Oh, praise the Lord. Edit 4. The other creepypastas just killed me a period. Edit 5. I cannot wait to see Jackie in the next episode. She was great in the last one as well as in Simply Creative People.
Wait, what?
So.
Jackie's
Yeah,
not.
guys, it's me.
Well, also Jackie's not in
Guys,
the other
you know?
episode we're working on.
Today I only have one recommendation.
Wait, Darnell, you didn't know?
What?
I'm Jackrabbit.
This would make a lot of things make more sense.
Hey, my rabbit friends, it's me, Jack Rabbit here.
Hello, you cute cadets.
Hello,
Oh, no,
Cadets.
Oh man.
Today only one recommendation. What is Nautical 001 proposal? The sky above the port.
Can you read faster? I have to piss so bad.
Fun fact, Edgar Allan Poe did receive tons of fanfiction, mostly in French by Jules Verne. When you read this next week, it will make more sense, but you judge by Victorian fanfiction on this episode. Zara Pokegod says, oh, the Pokegod. Hogger's first comments. By the way, I'm Mr. 5000.
Suddenly you see the title stripped from Tanhoney's...
I look at my hands.
You see the tag removed from Tanhoney's article, added somewhere else.
added to Sir Zera Pokegod. All
Added
the history
tags to
edits.
Tanhoney.
You know, like when a slot machine goes, it's like one thing at a time as it spins. On the history tags, it's like that with Tanhoney's name, but it slowly changes to Zera Pokegod. It's like all the letters change. Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's that? A tag added to Tanhoney? In deletion.
There should be a Tanhoney tag for every tweet that's like a shitty attempt at being Tanhoney. Have you noticed that lately, Brad? Do you use the social media platform Twitter?
I have. I've seen a lot of Tanhoneys.
There's like a lot of people that try to do the Tanhoney thing and they do not pull it off well. And it is like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Some people do great, honestly, but some people it's just like, please stop. Am I right,
just make
Tanhoney
funny
Chats?
images.
Exactly. That's why you're one of the best accounts on Twitter.
Haha. Haha.
Tanhoney, are you okay? You made a gasping noise.
We said exactly at the same time, revealing we are one person.
No, we didn't. There was like a 1 second delay. You're in
We did.
fucking England.
No,
it's the
not
same
my
time.
end. It was in unison.
Okay.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I've
The
suspected it
wind
for a
stood
while.
still.
Yeah, actually, I put all the gross parts of myself into England, and they made.
You mean all the strong parts, Spider-Man?
You like my Green Goblin alter ego?
always-
It's just one mic.
No, didn't you hear? It's me, the Catholic Goblin.
Praise the Lord, Spider-Man.
Gobby.
Face my holy bombs.
Just to
You're the only one with holes in Goblin.
Oh my lordy. Alright, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.